Now, NDTV got a chance to interact with Jayanthi Natarajan, the Environment Minister, and the Environment Minister has reiterated that the ministry is being unfairly targeted by developers and the NHAI for the pullouts we see from road projects. Let's listen to what she had to say.
Well, actually, all three parts of your question I don't agree with. First of all, I'm not giving a detailed view on why a concessionaire has pulled out, because that is a matter between NHAI and the concessionaire. Second, there is no ongoing tussle between my ministry and anybody else. Three, I'm not aware of any concessionaires citing delays at MoEF, because certainly we've not been approached by any concessionaires talking about any delays. As far as I'm concerned, and as the facts will bear out, I have the details which are easily accessible on the Ministry of Environment website. There are no delays at the level of MoEF in terms of clearance of road projects or any other project. If you're talking about the GMR project, I would like to categorically state that there wasn't 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, even 1 minute delay in processing the project. On the 24th of December 2012, that's less than 2 weeks ago, the Secretary Transport, Ministry of Road Transport wrote to Secretary Environment saying that requesting that this project be expedited. And that the state of... See, this is a project that covers a stretch of road in Rajasthan as well as in Gujarat. Saying that the state of Rajasthan had recommended the project and submitted the information, but Gujarat had not yet done it because of the model code of conduct being in place. And that they would do it. This was less than 2 weeks ago. On the 1st of January, the Minister of Road Transport wrote to me and said essentially the same thing, that we should give priority to this project, that now the state of Gujarat that is less than a week ago, that the state of Gujarat had submitted its details also. Now, the details submitted by Rajasthan are incomplete still, and the details as far as Gujarat is concerned, it involves 173 hectares roughly, and it needs to be inspected. We also have a mandatory compulsion which the CIC, the Central Information Commissioner, has mandated us to do. After information is received, it has to be posted on the MoEF website for 10 days to enable stakeholders to give their views, and this is a mandatory requirement. It has to include details of forest clearance, all the details regarding the alignment, the forest area proposed to be diverted, and so on. Now, subject to that mandatory compulsion, I'm perfectly willing to convene a meeting of the FAC. Today, the GMR project details, the application is still incomplete, and therefore, there can be no question of a delay when the application itself is not complete.
But ma'am, on the larger issue of other corporates, other road developers like GVK, like NCC, also citing delays in environmental clearances, other environment-related issues as a reason and trying to exit road projects.
I'm not sure of what exactly other projects are talking about, other road. As far as we are concerned, we have no pendency due to delay in clearance. It could be a delay in submission of documents. It could be that the state governments have not yet submitted the documents properly. And as far as I know, the GVK project, which I've only read from the newspapers, because nobody has contacted me, please remember. We have completed the process and the letter has been issued. But I think GVK has another issue, which is the question of minor minerals and excavation of earth. Now, that is the matter which comes under squarely the Ministry of Mines. It doesn't fall under Ministry of Environment.
But ma'am, as far as I remember, if I'm correct, I guess the court order states that you need environmental clearance for minor
Absolutely, absolutely. However, minor mineral, earth is a minor mineral,
yes.
right? Earth is a minor mineral, but earth, neither minor nor mineral is defined in my environment notification. Minor mineral, earth is defined as a minor mineral by the Ministry of Mines. So if it is to be denotified, it has to be done by the Ministry of Mines. When my ministry or my environment legislation does not define what earth is, there's no way we can redefine it. It is only the Ministry of Mines that can do it. But we are trying to, as far as national highway projects are concerned, there is some thinking in the pipeline to see if we can somehow make the process a little more easy.
Okay, like ma'am, delinking.
No way. There is no way. Look, I want to categorically state on your channel that I am not in favor of delinking environment clearance from forest clearance. This would be a retrograde step for the environment. Everything is not about, just a clearance. It is a clearance, an environment clearance and a forest clearance have to be done with the best interests of protecting environment integrity, protecting in our democracy the last citizen who lives in that forest dweller. It protects the water sources of the local people. It should protect the air of the local people. And I will not be pressurized into giving up all the important mandatory requirements of protecting our environment. The Environment Protection Act that was given to us by Rajiv Gandhi, the entire concept that poverty is the greatest polluter, that people who are very disadvantaged citizens in our democracy require their environment to be protected, that our biodiversity is precious, that our forests are precious. I will not be pressured into giving up the importance that is placed and should be placed in our democracy upon our natural resources, which are not replaceable.
So, ma'am, there's no question of delinking EC from FC even for road projects.
No, that is a different issue. Altogether, road projects are a different issue. We cannot deal in. This is a Supreme Court order,
yes,
which I agree with, because even forget about environment, forget about road projects. As a citizen of India, I would like to know why there should be money spent upon a project as far as the EC alone is given, if the FC is going to be, forest clearance is going to be finally rejected and the project shelved. Why should money be spent on a project? Second, why should just the giving of an EC be used as a pressure tactic to get a forest clearance, which should be given on its own merits? So for both these reasons, I feel that EC and FC are linked, and I will certainly not appreciate, or I will certainly be very averse to the delinking of EC and FC. What we have done is to ease the timeline. By the way, this has been decided by a group of ministers who agreed with me, headed by then Finance Minister Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, a group of ministers who agreed with me and who only said, which I have now done, that let it be processed parallelly, that the EC, so that we can save time. So that, however, the EC will not take effect until the FC is also given. But they will be processed in real time, along with each other.
But ma'am, will you be ready to make road projects an exception here?
No, not from EC and FC. See, we are trying to do our best. But the Supreme Court has given an order, and we have to comply with the order of the Supreme Court. And I also agree with that order. But we can only streamline processes in as much as it conforms to my mandate.
But ma'am, NHAI is now planning to move the Supreme Court, seeking a review of this entire issue, seeking a review of the judgment linking EC and FC. They are also likely to mention the delays in clearances affecting road projects. So, how would you like to react to that?
I have no reaction.
Ma'am, do you think the road developers are making the delays in environment clearance as an excuse to get out of road projects, maybe for several other reasons like financial stress, other issues?
This is not actually my area of concern or knowledge, and it would not be fair for me to comment, as I have no idea at all. All I can say is not one project can possibly cite delays in this ministry as a reason why they're pulling out.
Ma'am, you mentioned that you are already looking into some procedure.
For Earth.
Okay. And ma'am, what about the environmental clearances issues? Because it's not just the road projects. There has been issues in the coal sector, in power sector, and it has been there earlier also. So going forward...
But Anita, I've repeatedly said, I've put it up on my website, if you take both coal and power, I have clearly categorically stated that the target for the next 5-year plan is, the generation of 1 lakh megawatts of power. Environment clearances for 2,15,000 megawatts of power have already been given. So I don't see where the bottleneck is.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.